Hi guys and welcome to this new video on our Bad Influence channel. Here we have an old farmhouse which has been abandoned since a long time, and let's see what we can find out about the person who lived in here. We are trying to find out from which year this calendar is. It's September, but the year is... Oh, you see, it's already rotten here.
Vincent van Gogh.
Yes, but there is no year. So you have to look up in which year the 1st of September was a Sunday. And then you have several years which could be fitting to this calendar. That was a plant once. And look at this lamp here.
94.
And this is something dangerous in the next floor then. The ceiling is collapsing here in the corner. With Deutschmark maybe.
Yeah.
Is there something in? Some money in?
No, but
No.
here are 10 Pfennig.
10 Pfennig.
Pfennig.
Okay. Look at the cabinet, which is lying towards us. It's near to the collapse, and then all of these video cassettes will fall down. Bless you.
Because of the rust, the pineapple can is completely
Yeah, disassembled, and you can't guess anymore what was inside. But it were pineapple slices, as you can see. This is some honey here. Another wallet.
Oh, it's
Some pills in.
inside. Amaretto.
Do you want an amaretto? These are pills against the flu.
And here for sleeping.
Sleeping medicine. Here a disc with Christmas music. And this may be an old lemonade. Better lemon light. Best before 1997. There's a lot of garbage on the floor. Everywhere in this house. So maybe the person who lived here...
This is the old Deutsche Bundespost.
Yeah,
sign.
some stamps. There were stamps in
Old
it.
sign and old.
Are the stamps still inside? No. One is left.
One is
One
left.
stamp is left. So maybe the person who lived in here...
I think this person has cats because there are a closed can of cat food.
Is there an expiry date on the can?
97.
1997. Maybe the person who lived here was too sick in his last days to bring the garbage out, and then he just left everything here in the house. More Christmas decoration, or at least some Christmas decoration. You always find Christmas decoration in every kind of abandoned place, almost.
A baby bottle.
Here you have an old phone book from 1993 to 1994. Here are some old books. Yeah, and here you have some Katzen which, as you can see, is hygiene litter for the cat toilet. And here, this is the oven to heat the room here. And here you have the remote controls, probably for the devices in the other room here. There are 2 televisions. It's a very tiny house, so they used every space they had. So above the door they put some products here. I think Livio, this was some oil for salads and so on. And then you have some olives in a glass. And Gimpet, it's something for pets. I think it may be some cat food. It sticks here. Maybe because of the rust. This one also, some tabs you get into the food of your cat. This is where they prepared their meals. You have a lamp above it for illumination. But I think that the stove maybe didn't work at the end. And then they had some additional cooking zones here. Here they had a cassette player. And they always have 2 devices of the same kind. There's an old radio underneath and an old clock. And maybe they were sitting here when they ate what they just cooked here. So there on the table they had drawers in which they could store something. But isn't that something you should put into your refrigerator?
Look.
Oh, that's before 1990 even.
It looks okay. A little bit greasy, oily.
I think they forgot this cheese in the table, in the drawer.
This cheese is older than me.
Okay. Yes, and it's even
because my birthday is in September 19. And this is
yes.
February.
The expiry date, not the production date. But I think they forgot the cheese because they have lemonade from 1999 it was, or 7. But you know that sometimes you have some products like these in your cabinet and you're just forgetting it. This had been bought at Karstadt. Karstadt is a German department store in the bigger town here. I think it's where they bought it. We are here in the countryside. Here is no big department store. Here is some old cutlery and an old river cola from the Aldi supermarket. A hole in the floor. So Molly, did you bring your mineral water? Or is it also from here? This mineral water's expiry date is 21. So this is water that some visitors of the place have brought and left here. I don't know why. It is a deposit bottle. So now we will have a look into the basement. Now I have spider webs on my legs. These are old plastic bags which I still know from my childhood. They were from the Kaiser's supermarket. And on the other side they had this sign with a turtle and a frog loving each other and saying, "Protect our environment." And they wanted to say that you have to reuse such a plastic bag. Here, and then we have from another supermarket called Plus, we have other plastic bags. And these are old Coca-Cola bottles. I think you will not be able to return them anymore to get your deposit back, because Coca-Cola doesn't have these bottles anymore. their old food for bad times. They stored it here. Are these some... I don't know what it was. It's not written. This could be some herbs or something. You don't really know what it is. Maybe here's some carrots or something. Or some beans here. There's so much garbage on the floor that I don't know where to put my feet. Here is something I just want to show you. That's a deposit bottle of Fanta, the orange lemonade, which is a very old bottle. I've never seen those in the real world, I want to say, because it's too old. I think it's from the beginning of the 1990s, I would guess. That seems to be the decade in which this place has been left or abandoned, I think, at the end of the 1990s, maybe 96 or 97. Let's see if we can find other information about the people who lived here. So here we have another cabinet full of things. It's all in this order here. That is a symbol for the whole house. Everything is in this order here. It's the house of disorder, you could call it. Here you have a broken Coca-Cola bottle, and that's their refrigerator. Urbexers always want to have a look into the refrigerator, so we will also have a look, and you see there is even some bird food inside.
Titmouse dumplings.
Yeah.
Das ist böse.
Can you say it again, what we found in the refrigerator? Titmouse dumplings. It's when you translate it. Titmouse is a bird, or you could also be a titmouse. I never heard this English word before. And a titmouse is a bird, and a dumpling, it's what you hang in your garden. So in the winter, when the birds don't have much food to find, they can eat your dumplings. And that's what they put into the refrigerator. I don't know why, but they did it. Here are more and more bottles stored here. Here are a plastic bag of Karstadt, that department store, and guess what's inside? Old bottles.
Oi, 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 look. That's toy.
That's a truck for kids,
Yeah.
which is even inside its package, never unpacked. In the next room, there's more and more trash. And directly from the house, you could go to the barn. I don't know which kind of animals they had here. Maybe some pigs or some cats, because there is even more cat litter. And here is a toilet. That was their toilet. When you were here on a toilet and you have your animals around you, then it's not that cold, not as cold as it were if you hadn't your animals. So maybe that's the reason why you went to toilet just in front of your animals. And this is a room full of garbage. Here you have a cat box to transport your cat, to take it to the veterinary, for example. And then here you have another fridge, maybe, 2 washing machines, and some other cabinets. A sink, seems to be a refrigerator too. And this was a shower here. But everything is full of trash. In general, you should expect that there's at least one room in this house where is no trash, where you can live, because even if you're old, you want at least to have one room where you don't have this smelly trash in it. And I don't know if I will find such a room. Let's look it up. Here on the first floor we have more and more rubbish, more and more Coca-Cola bottles. This one has an expiry date of 1995, a newspaper from 1990. It was a very comfy place in former times. But now I wouldn't want to live here. With so much trash. And here nature is regaining the place. That is apart from an old telephone. You see the ceiling is coming down, and that was the bed. And this is the edge where in the living room the ceiling is coming down, so I can't go to the bed, otherwise the bed will fall down into the ground floor. And here is even a double bed. So maybe there were 3 people living here. And you have more and more modern bottles, which are not from the 90s. I guess that so-called urbexers left them here, which is not okay at all. So this is another amaretto liqueur. I think they loved it. They had one for the ground floor, one for the upper floor. These are seeds for some flowers. One thing is remarkable, the fact that the bed is too big for the room, at least if you place it here, because you are not able to open the window completely. If you buy a bed for your bedroom, you should not only measure on the floor how much space it needs, but also think about the third dimension and your windows. Another cabinet with lots of magazines on it. Here's a book about animals, cat food again, and a Coca-Cola bottle. They really liked Coca-Cola. I think tonight I will also drink Coca-Cola and think about this place. This is a piece of clothes I never wear, a sock. More and more books. At least here I found something which contains the name of the person. It's Gertrude, it's a female name. I would have expected a man, because it's too much disorder for a woman in general. Here I can see that her grandmother died in 1983. So Gertrude cannot have been very old. Or the grandmother died very young. Here is a hole or something on the floor, I don't know. It's difficult to find your way on all this garbage, never knowing if there is a hole on the floor. What's this? A book about a language? A school book from North Rhine-Westphalia. Maybe for the elementary school. I think so. And this is a quite interesting room where you have another food. They have a stock of lots of preserved jars here. And even more refrigerators. But you can also not open them because there's so much trash. I don't know where to live in this house in all this mess. Finally, there is the roof. I want to have a look on the roof with another stock of cat food. These are some guides about expositions of animals. there even is an old bicycle here. This one was a dryer for clothes, I guess. The water came out here. And even here under the roof you have more empty Coca-Cola bottles and a hole in the roof which hasn't been fixed. That's not a way of fixing it. Here in the first floor I found a calendar from 1993. So either it has been forgotten here or the first floor has been used only until 1993, and then maybe the person was too infirm to come up here and lived on the ground floor for the rest of her life. Oh, I hate these nettles, but at least the cameraman put down some of them. This was an old shed to put in the utilities you need for your garden. And another Coca-Cola bottle, of course. Here, every room of this house and this garden, this shed, there must be some Coke or some cola from the Aldi supermarket at least. So maybe the person was not alcoholic but dependent of cola. Oh, look what we have here. Another river cola bottle and an old little tractor. With a lot of sand here. So here is so much sand that you can't see the whole wheel of the tractor anymore. I think I will now go to the seat and make a thumbnail for our video. It is very important to have a thumbnail. And then I guess I can drive home. And thank you very much for following me on Odysee and for looking to my videos. If you like them, then recommend them, share them, and see you next time on our channel Bad Influence.